I came across this doozy on my Twitter timeline last night, and I can't help it. I have to fucking say something about this. Jeff Tiedrick. I'm sure all of you know who this is, especially if you read Trump tweets, and especially if you read the replies under Trump tweets. This is the guy that is under, like, every Trump tweet, has a snarky remark for every single time Trump makes a tweet, and within, like, 10 seconds of Trump uploading a tweet, Jeff is already down there. Let's be honest, he probably has a bot connected to his account that writes these replies because a lot of them are just the same thing. Sir, this is a Wendy's, or other stupid shit like that. But anyways, he tweeted this recently. I know he deleted it, but still, this is just fucking remarkable. Let's read it. We literally gave the most important job in the world to the worst person imaginable. I mean, even Hitler liked dogs and could paint a little. Hitler. You're trying to fucking humanize Hitler because your hatred for Trump is that fucking enormous. And I get it, okay? I fucking hate Trump too. I am in no way a Trump supporter, okay? Not at all. The very thought of me being a Trump supporter makes me fucking nauseated. But still, I'm a rational person, or at least I like to think I'm a rational person, and can still acknowledge that figures like Hitler is still a million times worse. Like, just because I fucking hate Trump doesn't justify me trying to humanize horrible people in history like fucking Hitler, like you're doing. And is this really the hill you want to die on? Do you really want to be known as the guy that hates Trump so fucking much to the point that you would humanize the guy behind the Holocaust? You know, the mass extermination of Jews, Slavs, Poles, homosexuals, political opposition, etc., etc. Is this? Do you really want to be known as the person that would try to humanize that piece of shit, a person like that? Like, and the fact that this got over 20,000 likes before he deleted it is also really, really disturbing. And he have replies like this below his tweet. Ha ha ha. And he was in the military and didn't lie about bone spurs. And then Jeff writes, he also wrote his own book. And then Molly writes, and was a vegetarian. Even though he wasn't a vegetarian for moral reasons, he had bowel issues. But anyways, like, the reply section under this tweet was a whole sea of people trying to humanize Hitler and trying to make Trump seem even worse than Hitler. And for what? To own the conservatives? Huh, you're doing such a great fucking job at that. No, in reality, you're actually feeding into the meme that is so prevalent among conservative circles, the one that goes, everyone the left disagrees with is literally worse than Hitler. That's all you're doing. You're feeding into that stupid notion to the people who think the people who suck up to the DNC is the real left. The very fact that you thought this was a good thing to tweet in the first place, I don't give a shit if you deleted it because you got some pushback on Twitter. That's really the only reason he deleted it, because people were like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you humanizing Hitler? Like, we get it, Trump is a horrible piece of shit, but you're humanizing Hitler with this tweet. The very fact that you thought that this was a good idea to put out onto the internet just speaks volumes of your character. It shows to me that you don't actually give a shit about history. You don't give a shit about all the victims of the Holocaust. If you would, with no hesitation at all, try to rehabilitate the person behind such an evil event as a zinger against someone who, while is terrible in their own right, isn't even in the same stratosphere when it comes to how evil a person can be. And that's saying a lot, because I go the extra mile and say Trump's response to COVID, initially knowing the severity of the situation, but still not taking it seriously and not warning the American public and just letting 200,000 plus Americans die, is just downright evil. But still, yeah, I live in reality and know that there are still way worse figures out there in history. And I thought this would be common sense, but I guess to people like Jeff, who are so far up the DNC's ass, it's not. They need to be told this. And I guess he learned his lesson, because, again, he deleted his tweet after getting pushback on Twitter. But still, the very fact that you thought this was a good idea to tweet out to the public just speaks volumes of your character and really shows just how fucking stupid you are. And mark my words, this is gonna happen. The next time we get a Republican president that liberals need to make look as bad as possible, they're gonna try to rehabilitate Trump, try to probably say, see, look, his response to COVID wasn't that bad. This guy is so bad that I miss Trump. They're already doing it to Bush. I'm sure people didn't think Bush would be rehabilitated once we get the next Republican president. But look, they're literally trying to fucking rehabilitate Hitler. So why would them trying to rehabilitate Trump be so out of left field? Anyways, yeah. I fucking hate liberals like this. I've already made this more than clear, but when you're literally trying to make Hitler seem like a good person in comparison to Trump, you have to say something. It's a point that bears repeating when someone is literally trying to do that. But yeah, all people like Jeff care about is owning the conservatives, having the best zingers against Trump, and they don't give a shit what it is. They don't give a shit if it even involves rehabilitating Hitler. They will do it anyway if they think it is a good enough zinger against the Republican Party and against Trump. And that is the basis of their politics. They don't give a shit about anything else aside from Trump bad. Now give me attention on Twitter. Anyways, fuck Trump. Fuck Hitler even more. And fuck neoliberal corporate Democrats who have no real political positions and just go, yeah, slay queen, every time Nancy Pelosi roasts Trump epic style or rips up a Trump speech because, yeah, that's totally gonna bring substantive change to this country. Right. That's all I have to say. Bye bye.